Hello, Collective, and welcome to the Humble Sage. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're returning, thank you for supporting my channel. Either way, you're very much appreciated. Today, Collective, we're going to be doing a weekend reading. It is a general message, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And it's also a timeless message, so whenever you find this reading, it's for you at that time. Ace of Pentacles came flying out. Let's see what's what. What are we working on? King of Cups, the High Priestess, the Seven of Swords, the Lovers, the Eight of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Do you know what, Collective? Someone here is working on their emotional abundance. Like they're understanding, like they're seeing the pathway here. Like whatever happened has happened in the past, and they're trying to release that in some way. You know, it doesn't matter if we're speaking to a masculine, feminine, or transitioning. You know, what's important here is the energies. And what I can see here, it could be something that was stressful in some way. Like this could either be you, Collective, who was leaving behind the karmic circus and trying to collect your thoughts, trying to understand what happened in a situation, like the deceit or something like that. Or it could be that people around you are trying to cover their tracks and get away with something, right? Because then we've got the Lovers, the Eight of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. You know, this speaks to me about like someone who's in their mind about the Lovers. They're in their mind about love, a choice that they made possibly in the past year as it was on this side. And then we've got the Page of Pentacles. It could be someone's thinking about making an offer, or they're trying to move forward in life to be in alignment with their true authentic selves and release themselves from this mental self-imposed prison, because they know that by meditating on themselves and their environment is how they're going to progress forward in the future. It almost feels like somebody's looking for, by healing themselves, that what they're trying to go after is a second chance at life. That's beautiful. Because you see here this emotional drought that's happened. That's what happens when there's too much air energy. It wipes out everything else entirely. You know, it's like ruminating energy, especially with this page energy here. Like it was manifest within this realm. Like it's actually affecting their lives in some sort of way. But more so, it's affecting their emotional state. It's affecting like those higher realms, and they're trying to find this clarity here. It's about connecting to the universe. You know, if you feel like, and you know, it's the truth. You know, a couple of breaths go a very long way. No one's above getting angry, in my opinion. No one's above, you know, feeling the world around them. That's the point of being empathic. Some of us are psychic in other ways. Some people are highly sensitive beings, you know, no matter what their pathway, their belief system is. Everybody can follow their intuition, and sometimes we can follow think that we're following our intuition into a good situation, but actually we can be deceiving ourselves, and we end up just running away from something that was actually very good for us, or that we can't leave something that's very bad for us behind. Wow. Justice, temperance, and finally the Ace of Swords and the King of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Exactly. Someone is trying to produce a new life here. It's like they're appealing to spirit in some way, like they're trying to get their vision in order of clearly what they want to achieve. And it looks like to do with something emotional. I mean, look at this. It's something to do with their emotional state. It's like someone is evolving into the King of Cups, having emotional maturity, right? Understanding human nature, like a quiet confidence. This is an entity who's been through a hell of a lot, right? They've been traumatized, pain, and all of it comes out in with this, because what you see at the end of it, and that's the thing about the World Collective. People see kindness and people see compassion as weakness, but really that's silly, because what came before that probably is that that person you see in front of you with kindness went through absolute hell. And they might still be surrounded by karmics and people who are slick thinking doing spell work is actually going to have any effect when you can actually see them. Indeed, what we could be looking at here is someone made a decision in the past that wasn't driven by emotion. They'd put their heart to one side here because the cup here looks pretty empty. And what actually transpired from it is because they weren't using their heart in some way. See these pentacles here, Collective? All of these things on display, it could have been that they wanted to work on something that looked good to other people. Or maybe it's you, collective. Maybe you're learning the lesson here. That instead of following your heart, you worked on something that was just good for other people for the sake of validation, right? Just what was good for image, praise, clout, whatever. But now the awakening has happened where it's like, oh yeah, I've actually got a heart. Not to sound cold saying that, but it's like we can go through life like I certainly did years ago, where I was just always in air energy. I was like in this energy, but thought I was free. But the doorway's actually there to be free. But it's like sometimes we can get lost in our pain. Like it's a comfortable place to be because we're used to it. But it feels like someone's now following their intuition. They're working towards something and saying, well, do you know what? No, there's actually more. There's more to life than this karmic circus. There's more to life than people deceiving you and betraying you, collective. There is love. And the love begins with you. You know, the love in your heart is what's important. I mean, you can see here, like even this cloud is clearing. For some of you, collective, it could be that you have a new soulmate and the universe is saying a new soulmate is reappearing and there is a strong connection between you, you know? If this is to do with twin flames, it could be speaking about the fact that actually a stronger bond is growing between you because you're understanding what each other has been through and having a level of compassion in the process. That actually it's not all about me, but actually the other person is important. It's almost like coming back home to yourself. Because it's not always as clean cut as we actually think that it is. Yeah, and awakening this true empathic nature, right? It actually feels like clarity, is what I just heard. And it feels like that as well. It feels like clarity. Like somebody in the collective here has found emotional clarity because we've got temperance down here, the Ace of Swords, and justice, and that was part of the process. Because the obstacles that whoever may put in the way, whether it's physically, psychologically, spiritually, whatever they think, they may be dividing people or whatever nonsense they think they're doing. It's like when you look at it like this, you say, well, actually, all the obstacles are meant to be. So for the twin flames out there, just don't lose hope. Like it can be an arduous journey where you may think, well, you know, your twin flame may have done you bad. You might think, but you forgive them because they're your twin. But you forgive yourself first and forgive the situation, understanding that really it's nobody's fault. The universe puts these things in place, and we're but a blade of grass, a little speck. We can't control everything, no matter how painful it was. But for the twin flames, don't understand into a twin flame. But you can see here, collective, like someone is now, it could be both of you, collective. If I'm speaking to a twin flame, it could be that now you're following your intuition, collective, and you're thinking, right, it's time to get away from the karmic circus. Just in this process, collective, it's like it's also about a healing process. See how this entity is holding on to the swords, right? It is about collecting your thoughts, you know. But sometimes don't let those negative is also looking at as reflection in the sword a little bit. Don't let the reflection of what you think is happening actually become what is happening. I'm sure we've all been, that's happened to a lot of us, right? Don't let your own obsessions become your reality because actually, just because you might see a reader online, don't let them try to replace your intuition because if you love someone, you love them. No amount of spell work or bad behavior can stop that. Not even death could stop that. Because when you truly love someone, they're there with you in spirit. You feel their energy. Like you always feel your twin flame. You feel their anger. You feel how they feel a lot of the time. When we look here, like the justice here was supposed to be, it looks like the jewel looks like a third eye there, and someone's crown chakra awakening, like they're unified. Like someone's realizing, hang on a second, I am still connected to the divine. No matter what readers might say online, no matter what, you're still connected and everything is meant to be because justice is on its way, if not already here. And Lady Justice doesn't take any prisoners. That's the point. People think they're slick behind the scenes, you know? And sometimes all it takes here is the truth. All it would take is just one message, you know? Your twin is your twin. For the divine feminines out there, I know the score, right? When you're in your empress energy and you're creating, you also have to become your own emperor, because it's not just about sowing seeds for them to grow. When you become your own emperor, then you enact it. That could be a message here for somebody. Keep on with your vision, keep on with your entrepreneurship. Don't let the callous, bitter words and jealousy that's thrown at you, maybe on social media or whatever. Again, people thinking they're slick where they're just projecting at you. Don't worry about that. You know, it can be hard at first. Just seeing it, just like, wow, mate, what did you have to gain from that? You know, it's just sad. People just, you just being you and minding your own business somehow triggers other people's trauma. What? You know how silly is that? 111 on the clock. 11:11. There's some drastic healing that's happening here, and it feels like because someone is seeing the truth now, right? And it can be either one of you. It can be divine feminine, divine masculine. With the divine feminine, yeah, I mean, we, we heal and we grow, and it can sometimes feel like you're a little bit lost, where you can't help but seek external validation somehow, not from the general public or people on your page or anything like that. I mean, even if you can read cards yourself, or whatever divination tool you might use, or whatever connection you may have to whatever celestial body that follows your belief system, it can be, we can feel so lost. We're like, well, we just want to know how our twin is. We want to know if they're all right. Worry is real. It's real, you know? We just care so much. But the universe is like, sorry, like, you just have to carry on going. So you can't help, it's understandable that, if spirit's like, nah, sorry, but you just have to follow the path, then sometimes it can feel like just intercept spirit a little bit and watch some tarot videos online. It's going to put the world to rights, but do we really feel better after it? I actually found out today not so, you know. But whoever I'm reading for, spirit says that justice is here, and the truth possibly for somebody. So whatever happens this weekend, collective, I truly hope that you do find some peace, and that no matter what happens, whatever this truth may be, I hope it frees you from this self-imposed mental prison, or whatever this construct people try to keep you in. I genuinely hope that you do get a new beginning, and you carry on with your studious energy. You carry on working on your life. You carry on working on self. You know, how are we ever to care for other people if we don't care for ourselves after all? So I gonna get a namaste card. Don't forget, collective, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell to get notifications. And if you have enjoyed the content, please consider liking. I do actually read through the comments. I always take on other people's opinions, just to see if there are any improvements you'd like me to make, or any opinion you have on the video generally. The blessing, Spirit, the blessing of patience. A blessing comes disguised as a setback or delay. This card is confirmation that you are on the right path. With patience and perseverance, you will reach your goal. All is accomplished in perfect time. Yeah, see what I mean? What I just said about, looking at tarot videos all the time, just coming from a tarot reader online, may seem counterproductive, but it's the truth. Like I say in most of my readings, follow your own intuition. There are a lot of doom readers online who they want to try to replace your intuition so that you keep on going back, like try to go back to get paid reading and things like that. Like, and it's just, like a real reader will tell you the truth, but that's life. I'm just happy to help. So I hope you find something from this reading, collective. And as always, please take care of yourselves.